Hello, everybody, and welcome to this month's Astro and Tarot prediction. So welcome to the month of October. And if we're not here yet, we're going to be there very shortly. So those will be your predictions sign by sign. But first, we're going to talk about the general energies of the month of October, the important dates. And then we're going to get a tarot reading for the general energies of the month with the amazing Sophie. And also we're going to reveal the giveaway winner. So stay tuned for the introduction before you click on the timestamp for your sign prediction. And you can also watch, of course, your sun, your rising sign, which are going to be the two most powerful ones. And also you can look at your moon sign. Sophie, how are you and how are you feeling about October?
I always love October. I don't know why, but October is always a really great time of the year. Every year, I just love it. Do you love it?
Yeah, I know it's your favorite astrological season since I've asked you recently and you said Scorpio season. I was like, okay, that's an interesting choice. So yes, it's gonna be Halloween. So it's a celebration that we're trying to reclaim for all the witches and warlocks out there. So first of all, a very happy solar return and birthday to all the Libra babies born in the month of October, and also the Scorpio babies. So at the end of October, we're gonna dive into Scorpio season. So generally speaking, I think it's going to be a month of integration because we just had the two eclipses. So we had the last eclipse season of 2025 recently. So we're still in integration mode of all the changes that were brought by those two very powerful events. And then I think it's going to be a mixed bag. So I can't wait to see what the cards have to tell us, because Libra season is all about relationship, love, beauty, harmony, peace. But then there are also a lot of influences with Pluto, with Scorpio. We have a conjunction with Mars, Mercury. So there's still like a lot, even though we're going to be in Libra season for the first part, we have a lot of influence of that very intense Scorpionic energy. And then as of the 22nd, we're going to dive into Scorpio season full on with the transformation. That is going to be a main theme here. So first of all, before we talk about the general energies, I just wanted to show for everyone, and also do make sure you subscribe to our channel because we're almost at 17,000 subscribers. So thanks to all of you for watching and supporting us. We love you very, very much. And do make sure you also like this video if you do appreciate this type of content. This really helps us out. And yes, we just launched this new baby here. So this is Sophie's new workshop. Sophie, do you want to present it briefly for all the people?
Yes, absolutely. So I always say that this is the way to give back to all of you that are an empath, that are giving, that are healing others. If you feel like you are impacted by how the energies are around you, that it is a place or it is a person or even the event of that location you're in, if you feel that it impacts you and your day-to-day, this is a course that is going to teach you how to not only remove from your soul what is no longer needed, but also to learn how to keep your vibrations so high that you're not going to be affected by it, so that you're able to even more find your mission and even more be in your mission. Because we are normally being drained just by existing in this world with others, because when we're feeling the energies, it impacts us and it drains us. So if you're able to protect it, you're able to find your mission way easier, you're able to stay in your mission and impact very positively in your mission. So it's going to serve a lot of different purposes. There is a card cutting, there is a purification, and there is a protection. And in this, I included a lot of research, a lot of training, and I hope you're going to love it.
I'm sure. And also there are already like a beautiful comments from you guys that already are subscribed to the course. So thank you for your support again. And we have this amazing 50% off discount launch promo. So the code is PROTECT, and the link will be down below if you'd like to join the workshop. I think this is a beautiful As you said, Sophie, gifts that you can gift yourself, especially for the equinox leading into Scorpio season, which is the season of transformation. So I think we're going to be very much asked by the universe to do that kind of energetical protection and also purification type of work. So the promo is until October 5th. So do make sure you take advantage of that before it ends. And thank you so much, Sophie, for that. Okay, let's dive into the important dates very briefly before we go into the tarot reading. So this is October, and compared to September, you see in red, we had the 2 eclipses. We had a lot of action in September, and I feel like October is less intense, but also it leaves us room to integrate. And we're going to have on the 6th of October a full moon in the sign of Aries that is very supercharged with a lot of energy. But that's a regular full moon. We're no longer into eclipse season. And on the 13th, we have Pluto moving direct. So, of course, it's going to affect everyone, but also specifically Scorpios, which are ruled by Pluto, and Aquarians, because this is where Pluto is located right now. And also Tauruses and Leos. And then Venus is going to enter Libra. So I think it's going to support beautifully as of October 13, this Libra season, because Venus is at home in the sign of Libra. So we're going to have double emphasis on themes around relationships, love, money, self-worth. So I really love that. And then on the 21st, we have a very intense new moon in Libra, which is going to lead into Scorpio season, which starts on the 22nd. So this new moon is Libra is squared by Pluto. So the whole week, we're going to be under this influence of Sun square Pluto, which is going to give us very intense changes, decisions, and let's say intense transformations in our lives. So this is what we have here. Sophie, can we look at the energies?
Yes.
With the tarot for everyone.
Okay.
And then just before, I forgot to say also on the October 22nd, so on the day the sun enters the sign of Scorpio, we also have Neptune already retrograde that re-enters the sign of Pisces from one last time. So a lot about it. It starts the process again of, let's say, tying loose ends with the past, healing past karma, healing past wounds, seeing more clearly. So that will be until January of next year.
Okay, so the energies are very strong, very scorpionic. We have the card of transformation, and it's a number 42. It's weird because I'm thinking about this randomly, but 42 is around the age of the crisis in astrology. Is it Uranus return or something?
It's the age where the North Node matures. So it's usually an age where things start to feel more, let's say, destined, and you start to go more on your North Node or your life mission easily. So this is when the North Node matures, yes.
So I'm very...
But also we have the Uranus opposition, which is like the midlife crisis.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, a couple of different things.
So I think that's the energy of the month.
Oh.
This is going to be the energy of the month. So the transformation and everything that you just said. So a sense of a crisis in your life where you're going to really not feel as comfortable, I would say, as settling as you maybe felt before, and ready to take more risk into who you truly want to be. And it's going to be very profound. So the 3 cards of Oracle goes in that direction too. So for the past, we have vacation. So more of the settling, the slow energy, just enjoying the time without commitment. Then we have the card of the risk, which is my card of Viva Las Vegas, but I use that for the risk and gambling and things like that. Then we have the card of the mirror, which is foggy, but it's almost like you're being called to question what you want to do, what you don't want to do. And I never really looked, but look at this hand on that side. Yeah. So it could be for some of you a connection with ETs or with forces that are unseen, but also choosing evil versus good, choosing which side you want to be.
Wow.
Big
Nothing
month.
less.
Big month.
Nothing less. Wow. Okay. These are really big energies. And yeah, I think the new moon in Libra at the end of October is going to be exactly what you're talking about. So I think we're going to step into more of this energy into the second part of October. Okay, so let's reveal the giveaway winner for the month of October. So first of all, thank you so much everyone for being part of our community, which is free to join. The link will be down below. We have giveaways every month. If this is your birthday, if you're celebrating your birthday during the month where we do those monthly predictions, then you just have to comment down the post that I do every month, and you get the chance automatically to win a beautiful prize. And this month it will be our amazing workshop by Sophie. So our beautiful winner is going to win this workshop. So it's going to help you tremendously step more into your higher self. So I'm very excited for that. And our winner, our giveaway winner for this month is Judith McCarter. So a very happy birthday and happy solar return to you, Judith. She's saying, hi, Julie and Sophie. It's my 65th solar return on October 27th. I'm glad to be sharing it with you. I'd like to manifest my best life and divine blueprint free of all cores and attachments. So how fitting for Judith. I wish this for all us beautiful humans. So thank you so much. This is such a beautiful message. Thank you, Judith. And congratulations. So you just need to send me an email or send me a message on the community, and I'll make sure that you get the workshop added to your library. All right, I think we are ready to start. Are you, Sophie?
Yes.
Awesome. So let's start with our amazing Aries. So Aries, I have two important dates for you during the month of October. So the first one, of course, is going to be the Aries full moon. So it's going to happen in your sign. So that's going to be an important one for you guys. It's going to happen on October 6th. So at the very beginning of October. So whenever we have a full moon in our sign, it's like a really great time to complete any projects, tie any loose ends. And since it's happening in your first house, it's the house of anything you want to manifest. So your personal projects, anything regarding your appearance, your identity, your role in this life. So it's really time to not procrastinate and really put the finishing touches on what is important to you. So there is lots of energy building at this time. It's also a really great time to channel this really intense energy that you're going to feel into some physical exercise. So to be active, because especially as an Aries, you're going to have like this really high physical energy, and you need to channel it either into a project, but usually it has to be channeled physically also. So it's a really good time to mix both, like finish a project, but also be physically active. And focus your energy on yourself and your needs. It's going to be very, very important. And a full moon always has like a double, let's say, energy, because the sun is in the opposite sign of Libra. We are in Libra season, and the moon is in your sign. So we do have to find a balance between, let's say, the other's needs and your needs. But this time the moon is in your sign. So it's important that you express your needs to other people, and really channel this surge of energy into what is needed at this time to move forward, that what is important for you to step into the next chapter. And generally speaking, Aries, your planet Mars will be in the sign of Scorpio all month. So this is the other home placement of your planet. So Scorpio is a very intense sign. So you have a lot of power, a lot of drive, a lot of ambition all through October, and passion even. So really use it to your advantage. But just be careful also to not, let's say, go into any conflict because that can happen. Of course, if it's done healthily, if you express yourself healthily, that's fine. But just be wary that there could be this surge of intensity and sometimes a little too much passion. So the other date I want to talk to you about is the 21st of October. We're going to have this new moon in Libra. So that's going to be an important one for you also because it's happening in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. And your planet Mars will be in a conjunction with the planet Mercury at the time of the new moon. So on October 21st, a very important date for you. It's a great time to start something and put your mind to it and actions to it, especially if it's done in partnership. So any kind of project you're doing with a spouse, with boyfriend, girlfriend, with a business partner, a collaboration, it's a really good time to focus on that. And also you could be starting a negotiation or creating a contract, an agreement around this time. I don't think it's going to be finalized just yet, but it's really a good time to be really reading the fine print because Mercury and Mars together in Scorpio are really driven to make sure that everything serves a purpose in terms of copy and copyright. So there could also be important decisions regarding finances. So do make sure you are really, let's say, really focused on details around this time. And I think it's a really good thing to try to put some order and make sure that both parties are on the same page to start a negotiation for anything that could be happening in your life. Or if you have a new partnership or a new collaboration, just make sure that everybody is on the same page as far as everybody's roles. So let's look into the cards for our beautiful Aries, shall we?
Let's see what we have for Aries for October. So we have, okay, the card of transformation. So you're going to go through it for this month. That's for sure. You're going to have to completely look at every aspect of your life and see where a fresh start is needed. See where you want to change the energy because it has been stuck, and see where it's no longer giving back to you. So we're going to take 2 cards on this for you guys for October for Aries. We have the 8 of Swords. Oh, exactly. So with this energy, it's just this energy of the funk a little bit, this energy of being stuck. And I think it's because it's swords, because this is a mental prison a little bit more. I think it's mainly because you were either not having time to look into those things, it was not needed also for some, or it was because you didn't see that there was options to change, to renew. And this is what is going to be transformed this month. Yes, the train. Then we have the Knight of Cups. So yes, I think Aries, you're going through it for a few months now where I see that kind of energy for you, where it is about getting out of this stuckness because you can be very stubborn. And I think that for some of you, it can take a few months to fully transform some aspect to get out of this stuckness and get in this fresh energy of, yes, I'm excited about my life. Yes, I'm happy about it. Yes, my heart is in it. And it's not just because you put your mind to it. It's not just because you said you would. It is not to prove a point or by ego. It is because it's truly making you happy. And it's absolutely speaking to your heart.
Yay, the train is agreeing with you.
Yes.
Were you done?
Yes.
I didn't want to cut you out. Okay. Awesome. Yes, and I think like the full moon in Aries is going to really help like move the energy because Aries is the cardinal sign. So usually when you guys are stuck in a rut, you don't function like a true Aries. So you need to change the energy quite often, change project, change your experience. So I think it's going to bring a breath of fresh air. Let us know what you think down below in the comments, and do make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we're going to talk about our next one. So this is going to be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So Taurus, important month for you because Venus is all over the place. That's your ruling planet. And we're going to start on October 4th. So this is the first important date we have for you, Tauruses. So we have a Venus South Node conjunction that's happening on October 4th, Venus being your planet. So you're going to feel that more than other signs. And it's going to happen in your 5th house. So South Node depletes kind of the energy of Venus or bring let's say, the past, as far as it can be love relationships, like lovers from the past coming back, or foreclosure, because South Node is like, let's get ready to really close that chapter, or to transform it in a very spiritual way. So there could be the two options there with the South Node. And Venus rules love, relationships, money, and self-worth. So for some, it could be the end of a romantic relationship or a business partnership. Also, because the fifth house can be linked to your business and to your own projects, the projects that you create. There could be some kind of an ending or transformation of the way that the money is being distributed, for example. Or there could be a work association that could be ending or transforming. So again, the South Node is either like it's being taken away from you, it's leaving your experience, or it's being more transformed into a more spiritual, let's say, representation of what this is. Also, there could be a financial situation or burden connected to your business that could be ending around this time. So again, it's on October 4th, but we're going to be feeling it before and after. Or again, the fifth house can be about children. So there could be a transformation of a financial agreement for children. Or also, if you're single, you can meet a past life partner around this time. So someone you met in a lot of past lifetimes. So this is October 4th. And then October 13th, your planet Venus enters the other sign where it feels at home, which is Libra, until November 6th. So this is going to be a very positive period for you, Tauruses, where financial matters are going to be front and center of your experience, and also work collaboration. So anything that deals with like finding more balance, finding agreements, finding middle ground, love, harmony, beauty, self-worth, and artistic also endeavors is going to be super positive as of the 13th. And then last thing I want to touch upon is on October 21st, we have a new moon in Libra, which is going to be super powerful for you in your sixth house of work, health, and daily habits. So because it's in a sign of Libra, you're going to feel like this is a very important theme, especially regarding your work projects, your collaborations. So there could be something new happening there, but it's squared to Pluto. So there is going to be a transformation needed of some kind to be able to start a new project or even a negotiation. Also, we have a grand trine in water sign, so I think this is going to be very helpful for everyone. Your relationship, and it's happening in social houses for you, Tauruses, so your relationship are going to feel like they're in the flow. So if you're looking for support, for help, you're going to get that. And it's a great time to start a work project or a partnership project at work at this time. And also you could be making important decisions, because we have also a grand square if we take into consideration Chiron. Just make sure agreements are extra clear, especially in regards to money and everybody's roles in whatever you're starting around October 21st, because the sign of Libra is the sign of partnership. So it's likely going to involve other people. Just make sure that everybody's really, really clear on their roles. And yeah, this is what I have for Tauruses. Let's look at the cards.
Okay, let's see what we have for October for Tauruses. Your oracle is the fourth chakra. So that's the heart chakra. Yes, the heart chakra. It says the heart chakra support our inner guidance system, which is governed by the heart and the capacity to love deeply. I knew it. I really felt it when you were talking about it. I really sensed that they have a big romance or a big love support, romantic or not, coming in. For some of you, it may be the month where you're going to meet someone if you're looking into it. I really see the symbol of the Prince Charming. So the connection that is the romance, love coming in for you guys.
Yeah, it makes sense also because like Venus is playing such a big role, and that's your ruling planet, and Venus is a planet of love and relationship.
Yeah. So let's see what we have for the month of October for Tauruses, please. So we have the Hangman, the Four of Cups, and the Two of Swords. Okay, interesting. I think you're going to, for some of you, you're going to have to change your ways, change your routine, change your ways, change your way of doing, how you think, how you speak, where you go. I think that you're going to discover in this month that how you have been doing things is not the way you're going to have what you're searching for. And through that change, you're going to have that love support. But first, it starts with the energy of love. So we're not just talking about romantic love like we talk about. We're also saying that you need to love yourself enough to really ask yourself, what would make me happy? Where can I go? Who can I connect with? Can I try that would make me happy? And change your routine to make it more yours. It's really the month for it. So far, we have transformation as the card of the month. This is the change you need to do is love life and self-love and the way you're being supported by others. So change your routine because it's not working out for you. Look at, okay, so if every weekend that's how I do it, or if even your food, if I go there or if that eat that and it's not working out, it's not giving me what I need, maybe I need to switch routines, switch workouts, switch friends, try something else. And that through it, some of you are going to meet other people that are going to be friends, that are going to be mentors, that are going to be big support. Others can meet the love of your life, and others can also start dating more, changing their routine.
That makes so much sense, and especially because of the new moon in Libra, which is highlighting their 6th house of routine and daily habits. So I focus a lot on work, but I think also this is really important what you're saying, that it's a really good opportunity because it's a new moon in your 6th house to change your routine and your habits. And maybe something are not supporting your self-love. Maybe you're working too much. Maybe you're not giving yourself like a healthy routine regarding food, regarding whatever. So that's a really good opportunity for like the last part of October for Tauruses.
Yeah, so bring the romance back, bring the joy back.
Bring beauty, love, romance into your life. I love that through the daily life, which is the 6th house. Awesome. So do make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and let us know what you think if you resonate with that in the comments down below. And we're going to talk about our next one. So here is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, Gemini. So I think the most important part of the month of October for you, Gemini, is going to be the new moon in Libra at the end of the month. So it's going to happen on the 21st of October, right before, one day before we dive into Scorpio season. So it's going to be very an important one for everybody. And for you, Gemini, it's going to happen in your 5th house of love, romance, creativity, creative expression, and children. And also because your planet Mercury is going to conjunct, so be at exact same degree with Mars in the sign of Scorpio. So you're going to have like a boost of passion, of drive, of energy around this new moon. So first of all, if you're single, for anybody who has like a very prominent placement in the sign of Gemini, I think it's a beautiful, let's say, portal of energy in and around October 21st to be meeting someone. To have this passion, this drive, and we're going to feel excited. So it's a very powerful portal. And again, because your planet is conjuncting Mars and Scorpio, so you're going to feel this very intense chemistry, and it could be very passionate. Otherwise, it's a beautiful opportunity for everyone to be creating something new, and it's in the sign of Libra. So mainly we're going to talk about a project that is done with someone else in partnership. 5th house could also be a vacation project. It could be something fun, a creative project. Maybe you're creating something with someone, or you're making a plan that for an activity or hobby, which is also the 5th house, that could bring some more joy, passion into your life. It could also be something physical, since Mars is there. So it could be a new hobby, a new activity, or you're going to get more serious about it maybe too. And the 5th house also represent your creation. So it could be your business. So if you have a business, it could be, or if you're wanting to start a new business, it's a really good energy for that, or a new creative project that you're launching or you're starting to work on. The 21st of October or in or around is a really good time for that. And again, we have a square to Pluto for this new moon. So it's a beautiful one, but we also have this, let's say, overwhelm almost energy, passionate energy, exciting energy. So just be careful for not being too on the extreme of Pluto, which can be power dynamics, too much control, fears, like the shadows coming out. So there is also this, we have to be careful about that. But it could be a new project with a partner, a vacation project. I said that. And you're going to have lots of energy to go around your to-do list because Mercury, your planet, will be in the 6th house with Mars. And it's a really good time also to be researching, diving deep into a health topic. So maybe if you have like an unbalance, something coming up, like to be changing your habits, but to be really researching on something. Scorpio is the sign of like, let's research and go to the bottom of this. And before you make a change about your day-to-day life. So this is what I have for Gemini. Let's look at the cards for the month of October.
Okay, for Geminis for October. Oh, the card is Reflection. And we have the number of Gemini, 33.
Oh.
Okay, so let's see what we have for this month. So it says the energy of reflection supports our growth through the process of insights we get from contemplation of self and others. So really this month is about research, like you said, but also meditation, also talking, writing, if you have a journal, also your dream journal, therapy, past life therapy. There is all kinds of research that are going to really help you, reading books, all kinds this month. And I think it's to understand what energies are at play in your life and what energies are at play in the decision that you take in life. So all of this is to make you more the master of yourself and a master of your life and your decisions. So to understand more your life. We have 4 of Wands, we have the Chariot, and we have the Emperor. So yes, I think this is going to help you a lot. So with the 4 of Wands, it could be to understand the dynamic in your family or in your house where you are currently, to understand the foundation of your life, what is playing a role. We do have a big evolution in this. I want to say that you're going to have major breakthroughs and you're going to be able to leave a lot of the past behind you to be more in control of your strength, of your manifestation, of your thought process. You're going to be able to empower yourself a lot this month. For some of you, there will be talk about moving. You may be in a process of, there's a lot of energy around you of redoing your stability and your foundation.
Okay, so a lot of decisions, it seems, for Gemini, a lot to ponder about. I love that. And also you talked a lot about like creating something. And so that's the 5th house, I think, and also manifesting. So I think there's going to be lots of opportunity, especially at the end of the month. The second part of the month is going to be very powerful for Gemini. So do make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and let us know in the comments down below what you think, if you resonate with the energies, what's going on in your life. And then we're going to talk about our next one. So for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, I have 2 important dates for you during the month of October. So let's start with the first one. So it's going to be at the beginning of October, so on the 6th. We have a full moon in the sign of Aries. And for you, Cancer, it's going to activate your 10th house of career, public life, life mission. So October 6th is going to be an important one for you. And since it's in the sign of Aries, there's going to be a surge of energy, and especially geared toward completing something. So if you have any project you're dealing with, it could be mostly career work, but also it could be anything that you're putting your energy in. Could be also the 10th house, so your public life. So any kind of project dealing with work, with the government even, which is also the 10th house, with your public life. So it's important that you put all of your energy into completing something around the beginning of October, because you're going to have lots of support from the universe to have lots of energy to put the finishing touches around that. And also Mars is in the sign of Scorpio, in your 5th house all month. So Mars in the sign of Scorpio is at home. So there's this surge of energy to really laser focus into something that matters for you. And the 5th house, it's going to make you feel energized, inspired. The 5th house is the house of creation, to research, to deep dive into something. Focus your energy into one project, or creating something, which is also the 5th house. So you're going to have lots of creative energy available to you. And then the second date is going to be the 21st. So 2 weeks after that, we're going to have a new moon in the sign of Libra. And this one is also important for you since it falls in the opposite house of the 4th house for Cancers. And 4th house is your home. It's your house, Cancer. So it's the home rather, of home and family. So because it's a new moon, we're going to have something new that is being birthed at home. So there could be a new situation at home, a new project at home. We're making space for something new regarding home and family. And also there's a square to Pluto for this new moon, although it's making like a beautiful water grand trine, which you're going to highly benefit because you're a water sign. There's this square to Pluto, which presents some issues we have to deal with. So you could be fixing a problem, an issue at home or with family, and it's opposing Chiron at this time. So this new moon, and you have Pluto also in your 8th house of transformation. So there could be an escalation of an issue before it gets fixed. But just know that because we have this grand trine in water signs, you can have a lot of support from people, and you can ask for help, your guides, but also with physical people here on this earth. So the key to this new moon, to fixing any issue that presents itself, is going to be collaboration, asking for help, gathering with people, neighbors, getting the right people to help you and to support you in your quest. And that's totally possible. So let's look at the cards for our beautiful Cancers for October.
So you said that with the grand trine water, any conflict will be just passing. It's not going to be staying long, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think like whatever comes up is due to probably the square to Pluto, which is going to probably be the last week of October. And then this grand trine in water is like bringing all the support that you need. But of course, you have to put your energy and mind to resolving whatever is coming up.
Okay, so let's see what we have for Cancer for the month of October. So we have the Soul. So there is absolutely a big travel, a big, like maybe travel for some of you, a big work on your soul. Travel, interesting. The energy of the soul activate our connection to the part of us that is closer to the higher realms, God and the divine. Okay, interesting. Let's use this deck to see a little bit more for this month. So yes, I really feel that whatever is coming in, it's really something you have chosen to work on in this incarnation. We have the Queen of Swords. So it's to be more assertive. It's to work on your communication. It is for some of you to become more aware on how to deal with your emotions with your words. And for others to, I think that's to have the right balance, in fact, to have the right balance in your emotions and your words. So we have the letter in her hands. I think that for some of you could be a really good idea if you have a conflict or if you have a big frustration, even if it's an inner conflict, to write it down. We have 2 cards. So we have the 8 of Pentacles. So this is something that is going to teach you, and you're going to learn and grow from it. And we have the 9 of Swords. I think that you have a blockage somewhere. We're talking about the last event that you were talking about, Jolie, but I think it's going to be through the month. There is something that is causing you an issue, that a blockage. And we can see that it's an active process of learning in the month of October. for the Cancer to learn how to master communication plus their emotions together, where before you could be fight or flight or freeze. Now you're going to use your writing, use your journal, and really try to understand how to communicate better on this. And you're going to hopefully break that pattern of this soul contract of learning this lesson that normally, again, would make you either freeze or fight or flight. Last thing I want to bring your attention to is we have a 10. So it's a finality for your soul in learning a process. So this month it's big, and we need to be grateful on what is coming in, because it's going to teach us how to let go of an important lesson.
Wow. I feel like it resonates so much with the answers that I know. And I think also, as being a Cancer, and we have this grand water trine at the new moon on the 21st of October, I think Cancer can be overwhelmed by emotions sometimes, and you said like fight, flight, or freeze. Sometimes you don't know what to do with this surge of emotion. So it's either like you have a very emotional response or there's no response at all. So I think like this month is going to be helping and like balancing, not being too rational, no, because like that's your beautiful gift that you have, this your sensibility, your ability to tune into your emotions. But it's also, as you said, like to balance them both, to also be rational, use your brain, your logic, and to detach from emotion from time to time, to be able to make more rational, but also to use your emotions as a tool to make the right as a compass, basically.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Let us know if that resonates in the comment down below. And also do make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we're going to talk about our next one. So Leo, sun, moon, or rising. So Leo, I think the most important period for you guys is going to be towards the end of October. So the second part of October, and specifically the new moon in the sign of Libra, which we're going to have on the 21st of October. That is going to be the most important. First of all, because as a Leo, you're ruled by the sun, and the new moon is a solar event because the sun and the moon get together in a conjunction. And this one is going to highlight your third house of communication, projects, friendship, busyness. And it's squaring Pluto in your seventh house. So that Pluto is going to be highly activated throughout this whole week. So I would say the last week of October is going to be an important one for you, since it activates your Pluto in your seventh house of relationships and partnerships. So there's going to be a lot of transformation available, healing available throughout relationships for you. And also events, outer events that happen that could be triggering, but also that are going to allow you to really go past certain situations, problem, issues, and to evolve positively. So let's talk about the new moon in Libra activating your third house. So there could be, Leo, a new project, a new collaboration at this time. So the third house is very creative. It could be a written project, a speaking project. It could be a social media project. Or just a very important conversation. And I think all Leos are probably going to have a very important conversation or communication with someone. So it could be a spouse, a romantic interest, a collaborator, a business partner. That will likely face resistance at the beginning because of that square with Pluto in your seventh house. Also, there could be a start of a negotiation that could maybe have a little bit of confrontation. And I don't think we're going to find a solution just yet. Just be very patient with that. But just know that whatever is coming up around this new moon is like we're planting the seeds for finding a solution later on, probably end of November, beginning of December, since the whole November, Mercury is going to be retrograde. So, but in November, Venus, the planet of agreements and negotiation, will T-square Jupiter Chiron, and it will be in the sign of Libra. Mercury will be sextiling Pluto. So basically, in short, I think it's calling for finding more solutions towards end of November. Mercury and Mars will conjunct in your 4th house at the time of this new moon, end of October. So you're going to have an extra surge of energy to fix things around the home, to be focusing on your home, on your comfort, on your emotional stability, on your family, on your personal life, getting your house in order, doing home renos, even working hard at home and having like this space really ready to feel like a secure place where you can rest. But you're going to have a lot of energy to fix things around home, family, and your personal life around this new moon. So this is what I have for Leos. Let's look at the cards for what they have for the month of October.
Okay, let's look. Ooh, lots of cards. Okay, let's take the first one. 3rd chakra. It's the solar plexus. That's why there was a lot of cards, lots of energies. It says the energy of the solar plexus chakra helps us to realize who we are and who we want to be, so we can set the course towards our goal. Very, very strong, and it's very Leo.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the chakra associated with Leo.
Of course, nothing less for the Leos. So we have 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords, and a 2 of Wands. Interesting. And we have, oh yeah, the 4 of Wands right after. So that's the house energy. Okay. I think you're going to be conscious of where you have had a leak of energy in the past. And it feels like you're building up your defenses again through the house, because that's where you recharge. And maybe with people in the house, or maybe with dynamics in the house. But also to make sure that your place of recharge in general is going to just be a real place of recharge wherever it is. We do have the 2 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. So with this, what I think it's that this is a month where everybody has to review their foundation, but for you it's going to be even stronger. You have to really review where in the past you have leaks of energy, like I said, where in the past you have let your power slip away, you have allowed it, or you were not aware of it, but you were not strong enough to remove that lack of energy, that leak of energy. So in this month, there is going to be a lot of decisions on how do we want to move forward, what change we want to put in place, or do we continue for that leak of energy to stay there and to allow it to just continue to take our power away and our energy away. There is a big review on that. Lots of decisions. 2025 is the year of activation of your mission. So some of you who have big leaks of energies were either not able to do it because you had the leak of energy, were unable to find your mission or to go in it or to express it fully. So by doing your repair of your foundation, you're going to be able to step in your mission. But some are going to sabotage it. Some are going to choose to not repair it or to accept it by lack of self-worth, or because they are in fear of what else is coming up for them, meaning their mission. So it's a big month, and really try to make those choices consciously with what you really want coming in your life.
Okay, so a big month of decisions for Leos. And yes, it makes sense since Pluto is in their 7th house for a long time, just entered the 7th house. So meaning like, especially regarding other people, like those decisions have to be very conscious about like who you choose to engage with in order to not be a drain of energy, especially with the 7th house. Wow. Okay. Let us know if that resonates in the comments down below. We want to know. And also do make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And let's talk about our next one. So for Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, I have 2 important dates for you, Virgos, for us, shall I say. So the first one is going to be October 4th. So at the very beginning of October, the first week of October, I would say, since this conjunction is going to gain momentum. Venus conjuncts with the South Node in the sign of Virgo, so 18 degrees of Virgo on October 4th. So Virgos are going to be feeling this conjunction a lot. And Venus is the planet of relationships, of love, of romance, but also of money and of self-worth. And the South Node being on Venus has this energy to want to let's say, take away energy or remove anything that no longer fits in your scheme of experience, as far as relationships, money matters, or just a lack of self-worth. So the South Node has this energy where it depletes this energy, but also wants to transform it in a more spiritual way. So there could be a transformation of your finances, of a financial matter. There could be a need to let go of a particular financial situation. For some, it could be a transformation of a form of revenue. For some, it could be loss of money. And I mentioned that because the South Node has this effect where it wants to transform something material to gain like more of a spiritual value to it. So sometimes, and it's not going to be for everyone, I'm just going to mention the possibilities here, but it could be a loss of money or the loss of an important investment that leads to letting go of the past. So maybe we're detaching from something very physical, material with regards to Venus in order to let go of the past and to be able to really transform and heal. Also, you could be needing to pay obligation or responsibilities of the past, to let go of the past. It can be also ending patterns of lack of self-love. Maybe we're putting that in the past. We're letting South Node take all of those, let's say, beliefs that we were not worthy enough. And also there could be a lot of transformation around some relationships because the South Node wants to transform and to bring a more spiritually evolved energy to it. So that's going to be the first week of October, very powerful for Virgos. And then the other date I want to bring your attention to is October 21st, where we have a new moon in the sign of Libra in your second house of finances. So as you can see, there is a lot of financial energy for Virgos this month. And also we have a conjunction between, at the time of this new moon on the 21st, we have a conjunction between Mercury, your planet, and Mars. Also, and that's happening in your third house. So this is a very important new moon for you Virgos. You could be beginning a new work, a new deal, working on a new project that is going to bring a new revenue. So there is this idea to be either like bringing in more money into your bank account or to invest your energy, your time, your money into something that is going to be of value for you, to bring, let's say, build some kind of structure. Because this new moon is square to Pluto, there could be potential disagreements in regards to work tasks or work conditions or how the money is being distributed. And also there could be a negotiation that starts around this new moon or a financial agreement. So I think the discussion may start around that time, but I don't think it's going to be completed around, let's say, end of November. We have Mercury going retrograde for the most part of November, your planet Virgos. So I think November is going to be, not saying that nothing is going to happen in November, but I think there could be more delays in regards to whatever is starting around this new moon. So this is going to be basically a month where your finances are very pivotal, and think of it like as this is like your pot of energy where you get to invest it in where it truly matters for you. So you get to make it like a tool to support you on your path. So this is where it's going to be very important. Also, you're going to be having important conversations because of that Mercury-Mars conjunction in your third house. Important conversation, communication, potential confrontation also because Mars is there. So there's going to be like this almost like angry, I would say, energy, or this energy of maybe needing to stand up for yourself also. And you can have to do a lot of research because of that energy. So have your papers in order. This is what I would highly encourage. Have your finances in order. Read the fine prints with anything that you sign. Make sure like all the agreements are carefully looked at before you end any project or you start any project or collaboration. Read carefully before signing anything. And the beautiful part of this new moon on the 21st is that we have a grand water trine in your social houses. So Virgos, you're going to be supported. So you can ask for help, support for the right people, and you're going to find like the really best solutions for whatever is popping up in your reality. So let's look at the cards for October for Virgos.
Let's see what we have for Virgos for October. We have integrity, which is very Virgo. And we have number 25. It said the energy of integrity supports our choice to be truthful, honest, while being guided by high moral standards. Very interesting with what you share with communication, standing up for yourself, papers in order. A lot of Virgo energy in there. Okay, let's see 2 cards for this month. We have 2 of Wands. Okay, we have 2 more. Okay, let's see what they are. We have the 10 of Wands and we have the Temperance. I think it's this card is showing up a lot this month, the 2 of Wands. It seems to be a month of, yes, transformation, but there seems to be a choice for everybody on which path you want to take, which path you're choosing for the rest. It could be a path of hard work and lessons of resistance. It could also be a path of more easy energy, more connection, more healing. You get to choose in this month. And what I'm seeing with those energies is that you're going to choose to reintegrate yourself to society, reintegrate yourself to a group of some kind. And it doesn't have to be with everybody, but you're going to choose to reintegrate yourself with at least a small group. And the reason why, it's because your healing of your self-worth through healing of your past life hurt. I think that a lot of Virgos have been in the past either servants treated like they were less than the others, or witches working with herbs and things like that. We know that Virgos are more the herbalists. So I think that a lot of Virgos have this kind of wound that they're not like everybody else. And this is going to be a path that you're going to choose this month is, do I choose that I deserve the same as others, that we're all equal at the very least, or do I believe that I'm still an outcast and I want to continue on that path? Where if you choose to join, you're going to have way more flow in your life, where if you choose to not join, both are valid, but if you not join, you're going to have a harder, less travel path, like they say.
Okay, and I think also like it makes sense with the grand water trine in your social houses, which is like the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people, which is going to be super healing and very supporting to find like-minded souls, especially to gather with them this month. Wow, let us know what you think in the comments down below if you resonate with the energies, and also do make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let's talk about sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Libra. So first of all, Libra is a very happy solar return if you are celebrating your birthday during the month of October. I think it's going to be a super powerful year for you guys. And let's talk about the important days throughout the month of October for you Libras. And just note that if you are a sun in Libra, if your birthday falls near one of those days that I'm going to name, just know that it's going to have the influence over the next year, not just around the surrounding days that it falls close to your birthday, because it's going to affect your solar return. So first of all, the first day that is going to be important for you is October 4th. We have a conjunction between Venus, your planet, and the South Node in the sign of Virgo, and that's going to activate your 12th house. So there's a lot of healing available for Libras during the first week, I would say, of October, healing all parts of yourself, healing and letting go of past karma relating to money, love, self-worth, which are Venusian themes. Also, some, and I'm going to mention not everybody, but some could lose money or lose a relationship. But it's going to happen only if it doesn't serve you and your highest good anymore. Something could be removed from your experience because it's the 12th house and it's the South Node. But just know that it's to make room, if that happens, to something that is more destined for you on your path. And there could also be karmic retributions from the past regarding money and work, because it's in the sign of Virgo. So any kind of karma that you've accumulated, there could be some kind of retribution, positive or negative. Let's hope it's positive, of course. So this is going to be the first week of October. And then on October 6th, we also have another very important event for you guys. It's going to be the full moon in the sign of Aries at 14 degrees, activating your 7th house. So also we have a Mercury-Pluto square at the same time of this full moon, and we have Venus opposing Saturn, and that's going to build until the 11th of October, which is your planet. So that's why I'm mentioning it. Opposing Saturn, so there could be limitations around relationships, around money themes. You could have to delays, even obstacles. So anything that you're trying to achieve, you could be tested by the universe in order to make sure that your commitment is there. And I know, because I do have that at the moment. I have Saturn oppose my Venus, and yes, the universe is indeed testing me a little bit. So with this full moon in Aries on October 6th, there is a culmination of intense energy in your partnership sector. So it's a really good time to be finalizing agreements, contracts, negotiations, anything that is in the realm of partnerships, of relationships, to make sure that you're on the same page with the other person, with your clients. And we have this energy of, like, let's say, paperwork, contracts. So just make sure that you are laser focused into making sure that it really represents the exchange of energy. And you could be completing a project with a partner at this time. But also there is this very passionate energy there in your partnership sector that could be very beneficial. And then on the 13th of October, we have Venus enter your sign. So I think from October 13th until November 6th, you're going to be blessed with Venus in your sign, because it's at home in the sign of Libra. Although at the beginning, so 13 to 18, just be careful, because we have an opposition with Neptune. So although those two planets can represent soulmate energy, we do not see very clearly, especially with other people. So we could be like idealizing a lot of people or situation or money opportunities. So just make sure that you go past the 18 to make any decision. There could be a little bit of fog there, but I think generally speaking, until November 6th, this is going to really help you be in harmony, feel love, feel beautiful energy with partnerships, to be really in the flow with what the beautiful things that the universe has to offer. And then lastly, and most importantly, we have a new moon in your sign in Libra at 28 degrees. So it's going to especially be important if you are a later Libra, so close to Scorpio. So let's say mid-October until the 22nd of October. If you were born during those days, it's going to be very, very an important one for you. But for all Libras, this new moon is going to be on the 21st. We have a square with Pluto, so it's going to be highly transformative, but not in a very comfortable way. And also it makes a grand square. So Sun, Moon together opposing Chiron, and then we have Jupiter and Pluto. So lots of important decisions. And I know it's kind of ironic, because Libra is the sign of sometimes indecision, weighing all the pros and cons of everything. But now you're going to have to make your really important decisions as far as, like, what is your general direction? What is going to be the base of this next period for you? And also it's an opportunity to heal hidden parts of yourself and start anew. So there is a portal of energy for powerful new beginnings around the 21st. So I would say, like, the whole last week of October, and especially if you are willing to stay true to your core self and your core values. So to not do anything because, let's say, you are influenced by other people, really stay true to yourself and what feels right and authentic to you. But there is going to be important choices, especially when it comes to relationships, to partnership, and to your general direction in life. The beautiful thing in this new moon on the 21st is that we have a water grand trine in the water signs. So it brings like this emotional flow and ease and blessings regarding like emotional fulfilling opportunities, especially with work, finances, and career for you, Libra. So those three houses are going to be in flow together. So just make sure that it's fueled by like your emotions, like you take into consideration what really lights you up in life to make those decisions. And yeah, this is what I have for Libras. Let's look at the cards for the month of October for our beautiful Libras.
Well, let's see what we have. So your card is honesty, and you just mentioned that. So this card says the energy of honesty, support her choices with courageous, thoughtful, and genuine, and kindness intact. Okay, so let's see what we have with the tarot. We have Justice. So this is not the official card of Justice, but this is the image of Justice. So I'm using that image of Justice. It is the Knight of Swords. So with all of your thoughts, with all of your action, with all of your conversation are coming up, there is this energy of honesty and justice to be absolutely in balance with what you feel, yes, but also what is right, and to let go of ego in the matter. We have the Nine of Pentacles, and the last card is the Three of Pentacles. So with this month, I think that the main energy for you is how to be your own master, your own leader in your life, because we have this immense energy right in the middle of the Nine of Pentacles that is the energy of authenticity, that is the energy of independence, that is to be strong. But in the middle of this is how can we be ourselves? It's to be fair and detached from old karma, and to not let go of the control we have on our emotions, and to end in fights and to end in gossiping and drama with others. I see you very, very calm and very mature in all of the conversation, in all of your life event that is going to present itself this month, because you chose integrity, you chose honesty, you choose to not let go in drama, like I said, or emotions. There is this big energy of being right in the center, and everything is turning, but you stay extremely strong in this. So whatever is coming for you, I do see that you have evolved immensely, and that this month is going to prove to you that when you stay strong and when you stay true to yourself and just with whatever is happening, you really win the fight. You really win in everything that you want to do.
I love that. And I love how tarot and astrology complement themselves. I feel like it really resonates for Libra. We have this strong theme of staying true to your integrity, honesty, and to trust your inner compass. I love that. Let us know if that resonates in the comments, and do make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we're going to talk about our next one. So for Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising. So first of all, if you are celebrating your birthday, aka your solar return during the month of October, a very happy solar return to all of you. Scorpio bring such an important and necessary energy of transformation, of transmuting the dark into light. So thank you for being here. Well, first of all month of October, your planet, your traditional planet Mars, is in your sign. So I think it's a beautiful month where you're going to feel very energized, very passionate about what you're about having this energy, this drive, this assertiveness. So it's going to support anything you'd like to create this month, anything you'd like to manifest into your existence. And especially if your sun or ascendant are in the sign of Scorpio, it means that you have a lot of manifestation potential during Scorpio season. And Mars is there, so it means like the universe is blessing you with the drive, the energy to really pursue your desires. But also it can lead also to potential conflicts, confrontations. There could be this overwhelm of emotions, of drive, so just be mindful of that. But I think it can be a very beautiful blessing. So first of all, I have 2 dates I want to talk to you about. 3. The first one, the 13th of October. So your planet Pluto goes direct in your 4th house. So this is going to be a major event for Scorpios. So Pluto's the planet of death and rebirth, of transformation. So when it goes direct as of the 13th, you're going to feel like any kind of transformation, deep inner transformation or transformation of your life that was kind of maybe on pause for a few months is now resuming. And it's 4th house, it's your foundations, it's your core beliefs, it's your home, it's your family. So you're going to see a lot more of changes, transformation, and you're going to have to deal with change and to adapt to a new circumstance. Then the other one is the 21st of October. We're going to have a new moon in the sign of Libra, very close to Scorpio. So it's in the last degrees of Libra, 28 degrees. So that's going to happen in your 12th house, and it's going to be the last new moon before your season, Scorpio season, which is the next day. So a very important new moon for you Scorpios, because it's going to prep the ground as what you want to manifest during your season, during Scorpio season. So, and we have a square to Pluto, your planet. So it's like a very, very pivotal time to set into action what you want to manifest. And because it's in the sign of Libra, we're going to be talking about partnerships. We're going to be talking about relationships, adding more balance to your life, more beauty, more fairness. And we have, yeah, I said that. I'm reading my notes at the same time as I'm channeling. Not easy. And you're going to have this laser focus energy, passion, inspiration. So it's a really good new moon to be starting something that really is dear to your heart, that you feel passionate about. It could be a collaboration, but since it's in your 12th house, I would advise not to make it public. Keep it secret for a while. Work behind the scenes if you need to with the 12th house. It's also a really good time to be clearing old karma with the 12th house, to be healing relationships. So to bring a lot of healing into the past in general, but also specifically relationship, partnership. And you will have lots of energy to plan, to bring projects into reality, to be physically active too, because we have a conjunction between Mars and Mercury. And then it's a really good opportunity to be healing hidden parts of yourself and to start anew, because when Scorpio season comes, it's like the big rebirth of the Scorpio. So right before it, you have opportunities to really deal with things of the past, to really heal those things before you have a powerful new beginning. Expect important choices, because it makes a grand square, a grand cross. So when it comes especially to relationships, to your general direction in life, and the big question will be, Scorpio, where can you be in service to others and to your mission? And you're going to have to place the right elements in the right place in order to do so. And then the next day, the last and not the least, because it's going to be a very important one, the 22nd of October is when the sun enters Scorpio for the next month. So mark this date, October 22nd, very important one. This is where the portal of manifestation opens for Scorpios. So it's a really good time and powerful time to be manifesting your desires, your dreams, to be transforming anything that you'd like to transform into your life for the next month. So let's look at the cards for Scorpios for October.
Let's see what is the main energy through the cards. Abundance. Love it. And we have your number 8. Let's see what we have in tarot. So it says the energy of abundance activate your ability to manifest wealth. the wealth we need, and the sense of fulfillment that comes from the heart and soul, and are overflowing with love and gratitude.
I love that. Beautiful.
We have 5 of Pentacles. We have the World, and we have the Queen of Wands. Interesting. Okay. There is a big reclaiming of your energy in this month. You may be realizing that you have been trying to fit in, you have been trying to gain the admiration or acceptance of people or places, or even a job, a title of some kind, that is not for you. You would never fit it in there. 5 of Pentacles energy. The World is, for me in this reading for you, is telling me that life has been trying to protect you by not letting you fit in and gain what you were seeking in that either group, again, relationship, that job, that title. There is this power that is going to be gained, Queen of Wands, through the realization that you are fully abundant, that it's not that you don't have luck, or that you're not enough, or that there's something wrong with you. It's that you have enough guidance and protection that you were not be permitted to settle for less. So there is a lot of redirection of your energies and resources in general in this month to realize, oh, I was putting all of my money in this, but that never gave me back. Or, oh, I was putting all of my time in this, or my love in this, or whatever it is as a resource. I'm seeing that this month you're going to realize that you have everything you have ever dreamed of. You were just focused on spending it in a place that was never for you. And there is a lot of energies from universe directed at you to protect you. You're going to realize this month that everything has been in your favor all along. And when you're going to have this Queen of Wands energy step in, you're going to be able to redirect it where you really want it, and to realize that it is something that could work in your favor for things that are truly aligned for you. And that's where your life is going to start changing.
Okay, so a big transformation season and month for Scorpios. I love it. Yeah, and Scorpio is the sign of transformation. So as a Scorpio, you probably already had like 9 lives packed into one. So let us know in the comments down below what is happening, if you'd like to share, and also if you resonate with the reading. We'd like to know, and do make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let's talk about our next one. So for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So this is going to be your prediction for October. I think the most important dates, or dates, is going to be around the new moon in the sign of Libra on October 21st for you Saggies. So just take as, let's say, the last week of October. So the new moon itself is on the 21st, but the orb of influence is going to be the whole week. So it's going to be a very important time, a very a catalyst of transformation for everyone, and especially for you. And it's going to activate your 11th house of friendships, networks, and also long-term goals. So first of all, there is going to be lots of healing available for you at the time of this new moon in Libra in your 11th house. We have Chiron directly opposing this this new moon, but also there is this grand water trine activating all the water houses in your chart. And for you, they fall in very healing houses, psychological, unconscious houses. So this is why I'm saying, and when we have a grand trine, it's like the universe is supporting all the water to flow with ease. So the healing that is going to take place is a very, let's say, easily accessible healing. So to let go of childhood wounds, the 4th house, the past, the 12th house, and also any kind of difficult crisis experience that happened in the past, it's going to be a time to really let that go and to like get rid of a big weight off your shoulders. Also, this new moon in Libra is squaring Pluto, so it's going to be a time of important decisions. And I feel like since it's also activating your 11th house, it's a time for healing, especially with friendships. So you're going to have a lot of healing opportunities with friends, with people that you don't necessarily consider as your friends, but maybe acquaintances, to really try to bring some healing and more flow into your community. Also, you could be starting a new project involving networks, social networks, anything that is online, that is the 11th house. You could be making new friends, finding new members of your soul tribe, finding new contacts that are going to help you throughout your journey. And at this time, I think it's going to be very pivotal that you make the conscious choice of what kind of frequency do you want to surround yourself with, which is also the 11th house. What kind of energy do you want to be surrounded with in order to really best support you in what you're trying to achieve here? And also, because the square to Pluto is in your 3rd house of communication, it's really important that you are clear and you communicate with the people around you and your friends and all the people that you collaborate with. That you have those uncomfortable conversations if necessary, that you are putting limits, boundaries. This is going to be the big test for you, Saggies, but I think you can really get out of it feeling a lot lighter after the month of October. So let's look at the cards, shall we, for the month of October?
Let's see what we have. You're going to have to read this.
Multi-dimensionality.
Thank you. Too many letters. Okay, the frequency of this word activates our awareness and our true essence, which in ethereal energy and frequency is activating your true soul purpose. I love it. Let's see what's deck. So with tarot, we have, there is something major happening for you guys this month. Major. The Wheel of Fortune is there. 4 of Cups. So there is something, it says multidimension, it says past life, reincarnation. So there is something about your soul. This is not a month where we have the most tangible 3D readings. We have a lot of soul choices, a lot of soul evolution. This one has been, so far with the card that we have here for you, it talks about a lot of resistance to learn and to move through something. So let's talk about this. The Queen of Wands and the 2 of Cups. I think that there is going to be a lesson on, you mentioned it, on who do you want to be surrounded with and who do you want in your life, and all kinds of relationships. So romantic, but also business, coworker, boss, neighbors, even community. Everything is going to be rethink, and everything is going to be really something that is going to be reviewed, to be chosen or to be rejected. You're going to have to do it very, very intensely during the month, meaning consciously and subconsciously. You're maybe going to have to meditate or to use your dreams, or to, if you have subscribed to the course that I have, you're going to be able to do it with the cord cutting. There is really a lot of energies around, like I said, long-lasting relationship that should not have stayed in your life for some, and others that are going to be reinforced, that yes, are supportive, and yes, are positive for your life. And through this, there is the activation of your mission that is coming up. So by activating the right frequency in your life and rejecting the lower frequency in your life, I see that you're going to free the way finally to really get in what is meant for you. And a mission can be, yes, a job. A lot of you are taking, when we say mission, as a perfect job, or to being a healer or things like that, but it doesn't have to be. It can just be to be in the right frequency, or to be free of those attachments. So what I'm seeing is that finally we're breaking through a very long pattern, and this is the month to do it. So put in a lot of effort, again, consciously in your life by choices, and also with your subconscious, with working with your dreams, past lives, and your protection to choose who do you want in your life, what energy you want and what you don't want, because it's going to affect your past life, your future lives, and this life, and it's going to affect it in multi dimensions. So that means also in your body, in your soul, and in your emotions. It's going to affect a lot of it. It's a very big month.
Wow, it feels like this workshop that you just did is perfectly designed for Sagittarius. So if you resonate with that and if you feel like it could help you on your path, the link will be down below, and we have a 50% off discount until the 5th of October. So let us know in the comments down below if that resonates, what you'd like to comment. And we love to read your comments, and also do make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we're going to talk about our next one. So for Capricorns, sun, moon, or rising. So I have 2 important days for you Capricorns throughout the month of October. The first one is going to be October 6th, where we're going to have a full moon in the sign of Aries. And this one is going to be important for you because it's going to activate your 4th house, which is an angular house, which means the 4th house is kind of your foundation in life. It's your home, it's your family life, it's your personal life. So there is this kind of culmination energy in your home and family sector. So you could be also completing some kind of project dealing either with home, with family. You could be putting the finishing touches to an endeavor of any kind, something that is close to your heart in terms of your personal life. Maybe you're helping someone, maybe you're finishing something at home. Or maybe also you're preparing your home for a new situation, a new arrival, a new project, a new decor. So the good thing is that you're going to have lots of energy with Aries to change things around. Aries is a cardinal sign, so it likes constant change. And you're going to have like the surge of energy to really finish up something and to set the right foundation for what is coming. And then 2 weeks later, on October 21st, we're going to have an important new moon in the sign of Libra. And this one, Capricorn, is going to be the main event of your month of October, because it's going to activate your 10th house, which is the Capricorn house. So this is very important. 10th house is the house of work, career, public life. And this one is going to be very pivotal because we're all going to have to make very important choices, decisions, and you as well, Capricorn, especially regarding your direction with your career. So for it being a new moon, it means that you have a chance to have a fresh new start in your career, in your life mission. A new phase in your public life begins. It can also be, and because it's in the sign of Libra, it's very likely that it's going to involve other people. So either clients, either a collaboration with someone. So you can have a new collaboration project that can bring healing to the past. And also your planet Saturn is part of a grand water trine. So this is going to be super supportive for you. So you're going to feel like part of it is going to be a challenge because it squares Pluto, but part of it is going to also flow, and you're going to have the right support, the right people, the right energy that is just come very, very healing at the time. And I feel like you're going to have a lot of support from other people. You're going to feel very social. You're going to get the help and support you need, and you're going to have the right people by your side to achieve what you'd like to achieve. The square to Pluto falls in your 2nd house. So Pluto's in your 2nd house of finances, of resources. So you could have like to make a big transformation around how you invest your resources in order to make that happen. So you're going to for sure be tested, and some things are going to have to change. But I think since your planet Saturn is part of that grand water trine, I think it's going to be overall a beautiful new moon. So let's look at the cards for Capricorn for the month of October, shall we?
Let's see what we have. Capricorn, October. We have the card of time.
Which is a resource.
Which is what? I'm sorry?
A resource on the second house.
The energy of time supports our understanding of the relativity of time and our capacity to be present in a moment. That's what it says. Let's see the cards that we have. We have 5 of Wands. We have the Magician. And we have the Hermit. Oh, wow. Okay. This is a major month, October. I didn't realize that it was going to be such an important month for a lot of signs. Do you feel this way too?
Yeah, me too. Like at the beginning, I was going to say, oh, I think it's going to be an easy month of like a very tranquil month. But then I was just like, no, in fact, no, it's a month of transformation. And like you said, I think in one of the previous signs, you said like it's more like of an inner big transformation that not necessarily we're going to be able to see it visually, but something big is happening inside of us.
Yeah, I think for every month, the same energy is present. For every sign, the energy of choosing your path and being fully responsible. I think that the eclipses season has removed a lot of blockage for every sign.
Yeah.
And that right now, at the end of the eclipse season, we are in the okay, now it's our time to choose. And you're no exception in this, Capricorn. With those cards and the card of time, this is also very typical of soul searching, having your inner power. And here in the past, we have the card of the rejection and the 5 of Wands, conflict. And it's more conflict than rejection. But with this, it's almost like an energy of vengeance, of being angry, of I don't like it, but that's in the past. I think that for you, what is there is to be conscious of not everything has to be an eye for an eye. Not everything has to be bad energy for bad energy. We don't have to engage in this anymore. And I think there is a big evolution for you, and we see it through the card of time also. You talk about resources, absolutely, but also with those cards, I'm seeing it as you are growing and you are becoming very mature in how you respond now. You're able to see that when you reflect the same exact energy to a person or to an event, yes, it can feel like justice, but it doesn't help. And I see that through the Magician and to the Hermit, you're able to see it when you're responsible for your own energy. And then when it's time to just disengage and to get out and to learn new tools to deal with a situation if needed, then to give an eye for an eye. So I do see someone that chooses to be seen as someone that doesn't fight back or someone that doesn't defend himself, but in fact choose to defend their own energy and choose to disengage when there is no point in fighting back. So I think, again, you have matured a lot. And I think you have gained a lot of control over your thoughts and energy and resources in general. So this is a month where you're going to work in it even more or be more conscious of it or getting more tools on how to get there.
As you said in one of the previous readings, it's really like more of a 5D type of month where like we kind of choose the timeline with our energy, with our conscious decisions. And the rest, I guess the rest of the months are going to be like a symptom of whatever is being chosen in October. So it seems to be very pivotal. Let us know in the comments, Capricorns, what you think if you resonate with that reading, and do make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Now let's talk about Aquarius. So for sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Aquarius, I have 2 important dates for you, Aquarians. So the first one being the 13th of October. We have Pluto going direct in your sign of Aquarius. So if you felt like things were slowing down a little bit, maybe you had less, let's say, transformations or less intense things to look at, now it's going to resume like the whole big process of transformation, of taking your power back, which is also Pluto, of really investing in yourself, and also resuming also this big process of transformation within your role and your identity and how can you best serve your life mission. So this is going to unfold even more as of the 13th of October with the coming months where Pluto is going direct. And you're going to see themes around power, taking back your power, healing, transmuting your fears into more self-confidence. Those themes are going to play a major role in not just the month of October, but the following ones as well. But you're going to feel it the most mid-October when it turns direct. And then the second date I want to look at is the 21st of October. We're going to have a new moon in the sign of Libra, and this will activate your 9th house. So the 9th house is a really beautiful house and blessed house to be having this new moon in, since it's squaring Pluto, and Pluto is in your sign and recently direct. So in full, full thrusters. So this new moon in Libra is really helping you get a fresh new perspective on something. So it being in the 9th house, to me, it says that the changes that are going to take place are more psychological. And you're going to feel more hopeful, more optimistic, and you're going to have to let go or transform like past beliefs that you held about yourself. With that square to Pluto in your sign. So, for example, like not feeling good enough, caring too much about what people think of you because you're scared of maybe being an imposter, showing your flaws to other people. And at the same time, you might be needed to take on a new role, and that will trigger some fears regarding like what you thought about yourself. So, but this is like a really in the end, positive trigger in order to help you transform those things and take back your power. And around that time, October 21st or the week after, some could start teaching, sharing their knowledge with the 9th house, giving a conference, giving a talk. So having like a more prominent role where you help other people, you coach other people, you share your knowledge, you act like more as a teacher, as a mentor. So don't listen to the inner saboteur or whatever is going on. Just know that there's a lot of healing around this experience that is available. Whatever pops for you around this time, around the last week of October, is a big potential for healing for you, Aquarians. So let's look at the cards for Aquarians for October.
Aquarius, we have surrender. Beautiful energy. It says the energy of surrendering supports us to let go of illusions and the illusion of control that yields you from the flow of love and life. Let's see with tarot. We have the Knight of Cup. We have the Ten of Wands. So when we said it's yielding you from the flow of love, we can see it right there. And we have the Three of Cups. Oh, wow. Okay. And underneath the deck, we have the Eight of Swords. So there's really something that you're going to just let go of. And we can see the baggage right there. So just let go of, it could be a past love. It could be an illusion of what you thought is love also, or even something from childhood, even your version of what you were taught was the love you deserve. There's really something about past and love that has been stuck in your energy field, and that through it, you're going to, there's this idea of if I keep showing up for it, someday it will be healed, someday it will come back, or something like that is going to happen. But in fact, this is the month where you let go of it, and it's showing up everywhere with the surrendering, because the true love and the true happiness and the true thing that you're really searching for are on the other side of letting go of it. So let go of an illusion of what it could have been, let go of the potential of something or someone, and really go for, if I don't have everything on my shoulders, if I don't take the responsibility for everything that is not my responsibility, what is truly showing up for me? And when you let go of the control and the illusion of it, that's when we have the card of celebration. That's when you have possibly the real kind of family showing up. Maybe you're going to create a new kind of family. Maybe if you wanted to have children, that's maybe something you're going to have to surrender for some of you, and you're going to have to maybe adopt or whatever other option is there. Or I wanted to have this ex coming back into my life. You let go, and then there is a celebration. So there's really something showing up to celebrate you and to give you even more than you thought you could have when you let go of something big this month. So don't be afraid. There's something way better coming up.
I love when you said like let go of any kind of responsibilities, that I'm paraphrasing a little bit, that don't belong to you, that you took over your shoulders. We had the 10 of Wands. So it's saying that you're taking a lot of responsibilities and you're doing a lot of work for, and you're taking the burdens of other people on your shoulders. So there's something that you need to liberate yourself. And Sophie said the celebration is on the other side of the rainbow. So I wish you all beautiful Aquarians to really find your bliss and to liberate yourself of whatever is weighting you down. We're hoping that you have the most beautiful month of October. Let us know in the comments if you do resonate with the energies, and do make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we're going to talk about our last one. So for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Pisces. I have 2 important days for you guys. Let's start, and I think it's going to start rolling more, and the energies are going to be more important. I love your face.
What do you mean by rolling more?
I think it's going to be, let's say, a key period more towards the second part of October for Pisces. You're going to be more impacted by the energies, let's just say. Okay, let's start with October 21st. So we have a new moon in the sign of Libra, and that's going to be in, oh, give me a second. I think I made a mistake here when I did my prep. Give me a second. Thank you. So in the sign of Libra, okay, yes, you're muted.
Oh, I said maybe we're not going to be rolling that much in the beginning of the month.
Give me a second. Okay, so I was correct. I was just making sure I had the right information in my notes for you guys. All right, so the new moon in Libra activates your 8th house of transformation. And this is going to be a very transformative time for all the signs, but especially for Pisces, since it's happening in your house of death and rebirth and transformation. But I think it could also be very positive, and let me explain. But first of all, I think it will, let's say there's kind of a trigger that will trigger some kind of big transformation. So a situation might erupt around October 21st, more or less before and after, to heal something from the past, because we have a square to Pluto. That's in your 12th house of healing of the past. And Pluto is going to be highly activated for everyone around this new moon in Libra. And also it makes a grand cross. So whenever we have that, it means that we have very important choices to make in terms of, and I would say more like a 5D type of change, more of like, what timeline do you want to choose or hop on for the future? Depending on, do you want to tackle what it is that's showing up in your life right now to heal it? So there could be, and again, it's happening in your 8th house, which is transformation, which is the house of intimacy. So it's also a partnership house, and it's a sign of Libra. So there could be a transformation of a relationship or partnership, and either the loss of it, which is like the negative side, or there could be like a crisis happening within this relationship that you need to maybe get some help, go to therapy, or just like work with the triggers that you're let's say seeing. Or there could be a trigger for having more commitment with that relationship. The 8th house is also the house of, let's say, that comes after the 7th house, which is 7th house. We get into a partnership, we decide to be in a committed relationship. And then the 8th house is like when we merge our resources together. So it's like the next step of commitment. So you could be merging assets with someone, you could be deciding to how you're going to separate your finances, or you could be having like a new agreement as far as how you're going to divide, let's say, tasks, energy, money, finances with a partner, either romantic, but also it can be business. So there is going to be a lot of important negotiations and decisions around how, like, what is going to be the dynamic of that relationship. And it needs to be discussed with any type of relationship. So I think there is going to be a lot of energy within having this kind of agreement. And also at the same time, we have a conjunction between Mercury and Mars in your 9th house. So really making sure that it is going to really, let's say, protect this relationship or this union or whatever commitment that is happening, or collaboration that is happening between people, that is really protected, that you're on the same wavelength. So also because it's happening in the 8th house, and it's also a very financial house, so you could be taking care of your finances. At the same time, you could have to make important decisions. And it's making, again, a grand square, so opposing Chiron. So maybe you've, let's say, not looked at, let's say, your financial responsibilities in the past, and now it's time to correct the aim and make sure that everything is covered. And the very positive of this new moon, now let me talk about positive stuff, is we have a water grand trine. So this is beautiful. So this is a flowing situation of help, of support by other people, but also by the universe. And you are a water sign, Pisces, so you're going to benefit from that a whole lot. So the universe is kind of playing in your favor at the time of this new moon. It could be with legal situations. It could be in terms of finding creative solutions, finding inspiration. So you're going to have like a lot of inspiration, and you can ask your guides, the universe, and you're going to have like the right answers come to you in the right time in order to, let's say, make the right decisions. So basically around this new moon, and I would say the whole last week of October, you can succeed with anything if you decide to put your mind to it, and you will have the universe's support. The second very important date is the next day, so October 22nd. So it's all happening within the last week of October for you, Pisces. And we have your planet Neptune that is already retrograde move back into your sign of Pisces. And that will be from October 22nd until January 26th of next year. So for everybody, but especially for Pisces, it's a chance to revisit the past and heal from the past, and anything that is not finished with regards of like karma, karmic partners, things of the past. It's allowing you to finally clear any kind of lingering situations for good this time. So you have like so what is it? November, December, a 3-month window where anything in regards to the past that in regards to Pisces, or themes that Pisces rule, it's time to really put the finishing touches to it. So it could be immigration, moving abroad, anything that deals with water, healing, artistic projects. This is time to really put the finishing touches to that. And at the same time, Scorpio season starts. Pluto's now direct since mid of October, so you're going to see that things will be unfolding fast, but also take the time that you need to really put healing to the past, finish those things, and then Neptune is going to really work for you as an ally after January of next year. So this is what I have for Pisces. Let's look at the cards for the month of October.
Okay, let's see, Pisces, what we have. The energy of balance, number 12. Interesting, because number 12 is a 12th sign, Pisces. Balance is Libra. So interesting. It says the frequency of balance supports your ability to find harmony with all aspects of our three-dimensional and multidimensional layers of reality. Okay, so let's see with the tarot. The first card is Six of Pentacles. So it's the card of balance too, because in this card we have a big balance. And it's about equal give and take. Then we have the Queen of Wands. and then we have the moon. So I think that there is something ending with what you just said. It makes a lot of sense with those cards. There is something that is ending. It's almost like the energy of Neptune is never going to affect you the same way again. With this big sensibility, I think that what happened maybe for the first for the last years has affected a lot of Pisces with this Neptune transit, and has make you, for some of us, look inwards, and for some of us having a lot of intensity in many different ways because of it. And what I'm seeing now is balance and balance. So it talks about how in this month of October, we are going to get something that clicks finally with this very intense energy of Pisces and then Neptune. So we're never going to be affected by this energy the same way again. It's going to be extremely positive, because right in the middle with those two cards of balance, we have the Queen of Wands. So I'm seeing that it's going to be used in a way that is mastery of this emotion and this energy, and use it for your gift, use it for your channeling, use it for your strength, for your motivation, and for your inner it's almost like I'm seeing you like very, very attractive or very magnetic with this energy of the Queen of Wands, but because of this flow of energy of this Pisces energy, instead of having you really crumble under this energy, you're now using it in a way that is very, very powerful, and the mastery of this energy and this emotion. So something is finally clicking inside where you're in balance. Everything is now adjusted to it. It's almost like now you're immune to it. You're immune to this very intense energies, and you're able to use it. So this month, I don't see you having anything to do. It's to have this energy that I'm seeing. It's really something that just finally clicks inside.
Wow. Well, I love that. And that makes a lot of sense with the astrology as well. So let us know what you think in the comments if you do resonate with the energies. We wish you a very beautiful month of October, our beautiful Pisces. And do make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we're going to see you very soon. Have an amazing day, an amazing month. Bye.